After all, we are in a very difficult financial position at that point of time. But my father refused and instructed all our installers to replace everything on site despite the time delay and cost. It just didn't make sense. The raw materials were already delivered, the work was already half done. Why can't we speak to the customer to see if they can accept the change? And because my father knew how pragmatic and competitive I am, he told me, 要做生意，先要学会做人. Hello everyone, my name is Zach. I'm 30 years old and I'm currently the second generation MD of New Way. My father started New Way as an air conditioning contractor in 1987. We have a long history of over 30 years, specializing in residential and commercial air conditioning and mechanical ventilation systems. And I'm now currently responsible for the overall management of the company. Well, it was never easy. The company took a hit during the financial downturn in 2008 and took a long time for us to recover. There were huge debts and our accountant advised my father to end the business. And at that time, 2 partners left the company, leaving my father to shoulder everything alone. My father was a man of traditional values. He refused to leave his employees of around 10 over of them in the lurch. It was a difficult time and I know my father was not willing to let go. The business was our family's lifeline, our source of income. And naturally, when the business took a hit, our family suffered as well. I just finished national service and decided to skip full-time graduate studies to help rebuild his lifelong work. Many friends and families were actually against the idea. I remember when I told my grandmother about this, she was telling me, 哈？人不用读书了哈? So I really didn't know what to say to her. Yeah. But I think I did what I thought was best, and I knew I could do right by this decision. Yeah. I guess I've always been a maverick since young, always having a mind of my own and wanting to do things my own way. The entrepreneur in me actually started my first online business in primary school. At the time, internet was just booming. And over the years, I ventured into several other businesses that had good results as well. I really enjoyed the journey. I think it helped strengthen my business acumen. And this confidence was what made me decide to take on the challenge of helping my father rebuild the business that he has toiled his whole life for. It was especially meaningful being able to do business with my father. He was incredibly supportive and we had developed very good synergy. And together, we managed to turn the tides, clearing all debts within the first 2 years and even recording double-digit growth year on year for the next 7 years. Growing up, it was old-fashioned tough love. My father was a traditional man, someone who's firm and true to his values. I saw him as an exemplary figure, a man of principles who valued relationships. He was also always very generous and helpful, and very well respected by his peers. We had very different perspectives when it comes to business. I grew up with a pragmatic business view that served me well. And I remember once when we were at a project site doing rounds, we realized that our suppliers had actually delivered the wrong materials. And our installers actually went ahead to use them without checking. And at the time, I thought we should speak to the customer to see if they are willing to accept the change. After all, we are in a very difficult financial position at that point of time. But my father refused and instructed all our installers to replace everything on site despite the time delay and cost. It just didn't make sense. The raw materials were already delivered, the work was already half done. Why can't we speak to the customer to see if they can accept the change? And because my father knew how pragmatic and competitive I am, he told me, 要做生意，先要学会做人. And so what this means is that if you want to do business, you have to learn to be a human first. It took me a while to get around this, and as time passed, I have learned to appreciate this wisdom a little more, especially seeing how my father was able to do things I couldn't quantify sometimes. I've always been an advocate for sustainability since my younger days, and one of the things that bothered me when joining New Way was how can we introduce sustainability into the business when we are dealing with products that are major contributors to global warming. I realized that we cannot just eliminate the cooling business because it's critical to our lives, especially in areas like food, medicine, IT, and many more. I started looking into ways we can introduce sustainable maintenance, something better for our health and environment. And that's where we developed our probiotic hydroclean technology, together with our team of engineers and microbiologists. This was much more effective than traditional maintenance, and it's eco-friendly, utilizing our proprietary probiotic solution, which is 100% natural and biodegradable. Our customers love it. They found the new experience refreshing and could see the improved cleaning performance for themselves. We made it a point not to charge extra for our probiotic solution, though it's expensive to produce, because we wanted to provide more value to our customers. I have to say that I'm very proud of our achievements over the years, especially seeing how Neway has grown from an unknown contractor to become widely regarded as the top air conditioning company in Singapore. But we still have a long way to go. Our aspiration has always been a journey and not a destination, and I think we are moving in the right direction. We are very encouraged by all the positive feedback. I'm also thankful to our supportive customers who have been keeping the faith in us over the past decades. I do believe we all have greater responsibilities. So we will continue to build our brand, focusing more on the human side of business. And I think this is how I like to keep my father's legacy. Yeah.